Okay, so today, Attorney General Daniel Cameron announced that there would be no murder charges brought against police officers that killed Breonna Taylor. Only that there would be charges brought against one of the officers for wanton endangerment for firing into three other residences, neighbors of Breonna Taylor. Okay, so here is my take on this. All right. Um, the law states that if a police officer is fired upon, they have the right to shoot back with deadly force. Okay? They two of the three officers followed the law. All right? And the third one followed the law as far as the threat was concerned. If people have a problem with the law and the way it's interpreted, then that's a totally separate issue than being upset with the police officers who are doing their job and following the law. Now, this is according to the highest attorney in the state of Kentucky who said that they were right in following this law. Now, all you people that want to get upset at this, and you say you want justice for Breonna, I totally get that she was, in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm not going to say innocent, but I'll explain. And she did not deserve to die. By no means. All right? If you put yourself in a position like she did, and this happens, it's unfortunate. It's a tragedy. Let's do this scenario right here. Let's just say the police knocked on the wrong door. They had the wrong address. They had the wrong person. They had the wrong people. There were two people in the apartment. They killed one. Then the family of Breonna Taylor should get, you can add another zero to that. They should get $120 million. They should get as much money as they could possibly get, because there's no number put on a human life, okay? But if you, me, anybody, let's just say me, if I know that I'm innocent, and I know thinking back in my mind, I've never done anything, I'm not into anything, somebody's banging on my door and then busting through my door in the middle of the night, I'm going to shoot. And this is where a lot of you people are, right? I'd do that too. They were breaking it, they were busting in the door. He shot in self-defense. Okay, I get that, right? But if you are the person that they were serving the warrant to, and in the back of your mind you're going, okay, I've done some shit, that might be the police. Totally different scenario. If they're busting in your door and you shoot, you're taking a chance on it being the police, because you know that's what they do. And if you shoot first, they have the lawful right to shoot back. And if people die as a side effect of that, it's a tragedy. It is terrible. I'm not saying that Breonna Taylor's life mattered any less than anybody else's, because it didn't. It mattered just as much. But you got to understand that the law states that they were right and lawful in doing what they did. The officer that was charged with the wanton endangerment was charged so because he shot wildly into multiple apartments. The other two officers who shot did not, and they traced it all back and figured it out. If you people who are wanting to defund the police and who are saying that this shouldn't have happened, and okay, here's the scenario for you to play out for yourselves. Let's just say you want the law changed that says, if the police are knocking in someone's door and they shoot, then the police shouldn't be allowed to shoot back. Okay, where does that put us? You think anybody in their right mind would be a police officer? Would they sign up for that? Would they continue to be employed knowing that that's the law? Okay, now where are we at? We don't have the police. They're all quitting and they're out. Nobody's joining. Who are you going to call when you got a problem? Ghostbusters? Seriously, what are you going to do? If you're one of these people who say defund the police and it doesn't matter and all this, she was an innocent bystander, look at the facts. Nobody's doctoring the facts. And please tell me how this all makes sense. Because in all honesty, the police officers who executed this warrant were following the law the best they could, with an exception of the officer that shot wildly into other apartments. But as far as the killing of Breonna Taylor, the Attorney General of the state of Kentucky said it was lawful. It is also awful. It is terrible. But when you put yourself in a position, which she did, where she is in a bad situation with someone who had a warrant served for his arrest, and they had enough evidence, supposedly, to serve that warrant and look for whatever they were looking for, then it's a different situation. This is also something that needs to be considered. If the judge that signed the warrant for them to bust into that apartment was wrong in signing that warrant, if the evidence did not justify that, again, we have a different scenario, different situation. That's a case for the federal government, the FBI, to figure out. But the state government is dealing with the law. A.G. Cameron dealt with the law, which states that they had the right to do what they did. Unfortunately, it happens. You look at police chases that end up killing innocent people. It happens. They're in the process of trying to apprehend a criminal, and innocent people die. It is no less a tragedy. But has that officer done something illegal against the law in doing that? No. If any of you feel like any of this should not be the law, okay? If you want to argue the law and the way it's written, I would suggest that you go to law school and get a degree in law and become a lawyer. Then you can argue the law. Till then, the law is the law. You can look it up. It is what it is. And any of you wants to argue the law, okay, you're arguing facts. And you can't argue against the facts. They are what they are. I don't believe they were doctored. I don't believe they were made up. There were witness accounts that said that the police did knock. The Attorney General said that Breonna Taylor was standing next to the man who fired at the police officers. Who are you going to believe? Who are you going to believe? The guy who had all the evidence in front of him and had to make the most important decision of his life and knew that if he got it wrong, that people were probably going to die? People are going to die anyway because people want to believe whatever they want to believe. You people say you want justice. Justice is when you follow the law and the law takes you to justice. All right? The people that are going to argue against me and argue against the facts don't want justice. They want revenge. And that's what burning down Louisville tonight is all about. It's about revenge. I'm pissed off because an innocent person died, or a supposedly innocent person died. And now I want to go take out my frustrations on burning down buildings and throwing crap at cops and being violent and destroying stuff. If that's how you feel, then you are the problem. You are the problem because you don't follow the law, you don't follow the rules, You don't give a shit about the rules, obviously, because if you knew anything about the law and you understood how it worked, you understand that the police were doing their job. And they did what they were supposed to do. And that's why none of them were convicted of murder. How can you argue with any of this? If you do, you need to take a look at yourself and calm down and be realistic. Oh no, never mind. That's beyond your scope. Anyway, y'all enjoyed the fire downtown, roast the marshmallows. That's all you're going to get out of it.